Hey guys, Coach Cam here, and started filming this video at my house, and now it's too dark, so I am at the gym, and so I'm gonna show you what the workout is, but you might have to modify for the equipment you have at home. Basically, all you're gonna need is a couple chairs, sturdy chairs. Okay. Couple notes in the blog too. Make sure you read them. This is our last blog post, where we're going to actually post the workout on the blog. From now on, it's going to be these videos are going to be just and beyond the whiteboard. So CrossFitVicCity@gmail.com, send us a message if you want to get on the online programming and see the workouts in beyond the whiteboard. So today we've got a pretty basic warm-up, just 2 movements really. So I'll show you what those are. The first is going to be a lunge with a twist, so a little bit more lunging, but it's going to get the upper body and lower body limbered up, and also kind of increase your body temperature. And the real important thing when you twist is we're looking for a twist through the upper body but not through the lower body. So I'm going to lunge towards you here. I'm going to step down, hands on the head. I'm going to twist my shoulders and try to keep hips facing straight forward. And then that'll kind of isolate the rotation to the mid and upper spine as opposed to through the lower back. So again, we're gonna step forward, fix the hips, rotate, both sides, stand up. Okay, and those would be 4 per leg. The other one we're gonna do is a little bit of a hold of a hollow rock position. And that's going to be combined with a arch rock position. So kind of similar to what we've done before, but this time combining both the upward facing hollow and then the reverse of the arch. And you're just going to alternate between these two. I would say maybe 10-15 seconds of each. That should be enough. But if you're pretty good at these, then by all means go a little bit longer. And these will really warm up your core for the skill exercise today, which is an L sit or a tuck sit hold. So once again, with our hollow rock position, if you need to, just start a little tuck, and then extend one leg, both legs. Try to hold a nice solid position. I'm a bit shaky today, not sure why. In about 10 to 15 seconds, roll over, and then we're gonna hold the other way. Try to squeeze the feet together, squeeze the bum, reach up and out. 10 to 15 seconds, and that's your first round. We're gonna go through 4 rounds of that, so don't go crazy with those tuck and arch positions because that could get quite tiring. Now, for the skill, we've got an L-sit hold. Now, L-sits are kind of like a foundational gymnastics ability. Obviously, foundational gymnastic stuff for us is pretty difficult. So I'm going to show you a few modifications you can use for this skill. What you really need though are 2 chairs, same height, and also they got to be able to hold your body weight. So just make sure they're super sturdy before you try this, and they should be on like a a sticky surface, the opposite of non-stick, just to make sure they don't move around too much. So I've got my trusty chairs here, which are actually just boxes in the gym, okay? And again, we're gonna be going for time. Now the first stage really is just a tuck hold. So all I'm gonna do is place my hand on the edge of the box here. It's a little bit easier on your wrist, have your fingers over the edge. With a chair, you may wanna put them in the middle of the chair. Just depends on how stable they are. And from here, I'm just going to straighten my arms, lift my knees up off the ground, and hold. And I'm going to try and draw my knees up in that hold position, and then rest. We don't really want to go to failure. We don't want to struggle bust through this. We want to actually have good quality control, stop before you completely fatigue, and then drop down again. If that's too hard, what I recommend is doing like a tuck hold on the ground. So a lot like the hollow rock hold, but just staying in that tuck position, trying to lift the shoulders up off the ground, lift the hips up off the ground, and that's gonna be a good kind of progression for this exercise. If you're feeling a bit more adventurous, then obviously you can start to extend the legs. And this obviously amplifies the difficulty of exercise a lot because you got a long lever to deal with. So in the beginning, what you might want to do, and what I'll kind of do for this workout is go into tuck position, extend the legs, then bring them back. Extend the legs, bring them back. And as opposed to kind of staying out there and everything kind of, shivering and quivering and stuff like that. So I'll show you that right now. Set the position so the knees are up, extend, back in. You notice when I extend, I lean back a little bit. That's just to kind of balance against the lever that my legs are starting to create when they extend. So you'll find your body will naturally kind of shift forward and back. That's okay, as long as your chairs are stable and on a sticky surface. So that's definitely a good way. And even if you're super strong in the core, super strong in the arms, that's gonna be pretty humbling. Because we're gonna do 6 rounds of this, so you gotta find a manageable difficulty of this exercise to maintain for 6 rounds. Okay? Now, the WOD. WOD's pretty tough. It's gonna be really tough. A little bit of similarity to Tuesday, in that you're doing a push-up and you're moving your hands and moving your feet, stuff like that. But it's a different movement, and it's paired up with some lunges and some jumping jacks. So jumping jacks you could easily sub in for, or you could sub double unders in for jumping jacks, or single unders if you have a skipping rope. So right now we have 30 per round. That could easily be 30 double unders as a CP version, or it could be 30 singles or 60 singles as a scaled version. And then if you have that equipment, definitely use it. If you don't, if you have nothing but your soul, 2 legs, 2 arms, and a heartbeat and a good attitude, you'll be fine. So, couple movements. We're going to do a reverse lunge. So you don't have to travel anywhere. So if you're doing this in your living room, you can still do it. This is a very living room friendly workout, unless you're really heavy on jumping jacks. And the thing to keep in mind is each round the reps are going to go up. So in this amrap, which is 15 minutes long, you got to keep in mind that each round your reps of your lunges and your push-ups are going to go up. Your jumping jacks are going to stay the same at 30 reps per round. Okay, so pace yourself on this. Quick demo here of this little workout. The first one is a reverse lunge. We've all done a reverse lunge before. When you're going for speed, obviously we want to make sure that that back knee touches, stand up straight, okay? Nice and straight each time. Back knee touches, stand up straight. If you're not standing up straight, it kind of looks like this. So it'd be touch. Okay, that's a lot easier. We're not getting that full kind of hip extension that we want to develop in the reverse lunge. So, first round, 1 reverse lunge per leg, and 1 push-up toe touch. Push-up toe touch is just how it sounds. We're going to do a push-up rep, and then touch opposite. Oh, shoot, I did that wrong. On each push-up, at the top of each push-up, you touch both feet. So it's only 1 push-up. Touch. Oh, jeez. Touch. And then we're going again into jumping jacks. And we're going 30 reps jumping jacks, trying to get the hands to touch each other at the top of the movement. Just like so. Bam, 30 reps. On my second round, 2 reps per leg. 1, 2, 2. And then we're going push up, touch, touch, push up, touch, touch, up, jumping jacks. And as you can probably imagine, first rounds aren't too bad, although heart rate's already going. But what's going to happen is the fatigue on the push-ups is going to get to you pretty quickly. With the lunges, it won't be too bad. It's only body weight. You could add a weight vest to this and make it significantly harder. But the lunges you should be able to do without too much difficulty, at least for the first while. So the thing to remember that is each round, the reps go up except for jumping jacks. And then do your push-up, toe touch. Push up, touch both feet, and then the next rep begins. Now, beyond the whiteboard, this will look a bit different because it doesn't have a push-up, toe touch in there, and if it's an escalating reps, it'll want to have everything escalate as it goes. So the rep total will be just basically the push-ups and the lunges, with the assumption that everyone's doing the same number of jumping jacks. Okay, it's 15 minutes long. It's going to be a burner. It's going to be a real burner. So get ready for it, and hopefully maybe you can do it with someone else, or tune into the live stream that we're going to do. Coach G and Coach T are going to take it on in the gym actually at 11 o'clock tomorrow. So should be good. Now, cash out, shoulder stability, shoulder scapular stability. We're going to look at that. Do something called a lying T. So basically what you're going to do is lie face down, and we're going to do a T position. So the arms are going to go straight up from the shoulders with the thumbs up towards the ceiling. So I'm just demonstrating kneeling here, but I'll be lying in a second. And what we're trying to do is get your shoulder blades to draw back and are directly back up off the floor like this to raise your hands. What's most likely going to happen as you start to raise your hands is your shoulders will want to creep up towards your ears. You've got to keep them down. What we're trying to do really is strengthen the muscles between the shoulder blades in here, not the ones that kind of make them kind of go up. That kind of looks like a moose or something right there. Not the ones that kind of move them up like that, but they're kind of the ones that move them back. If those muscles, sort of rhomboids and mid and lower traps, if those ones function well, then your shoulders will stay in good health. If you're trying to stabilize your shoulders all the time by doing this, you're going to have a lot of impingement, a lot of issues with the shoulders. So the lying T is a really good exercise to combat that. So at the top of each rep, just think about where your shoulders are. If they're up here, draw them back, settle them down, come back down the floor. And you don't need any weight for this. Just go slow, go smooth, and try to find those working muscles in the mid to the lower traps. Try to find them and make them work, make them fatigue, as opposed to upper traps. Okay. So I will lie this way. So I'm going to do thumbs up towards the ceiling, and all I'm going to do is draw my shoulder blades together, make sure that I'm not here, that I'm back, and I'm going to lower down. Try and bring them up as high as you can, and back down. Now, if I was at home, I would actually rest my head on the ground. I find what that does for me is it helps me actually relax my upper traps a little bit more. You can kind of, because if your neck is relaxed, it's where your upper traps are kind of connecting into. If your neck's relaxed, then it's a little easier to contract those target muscles. Okay, so pretty fun, some good skill work, a really hard workout, and a little bit of shoulder health at the end. I did want to mention something like there's not a lot of pulling in these workouts that with body weight. So if you do have a tree, and I say a tree because not many people have a pillar, like a really strong pillar, but if you have a tree that you can use and you have a couple towels, maybe to bathe every once in a while, you can make your own kind of rowing, like ring row kind of scenario. If you have a pillar, it's a little bit easier, but basically what you do is, can't really see the pillar here, but that's okay. You loop your towel around your pillar, or if you've got a tree, if you've got a really long towel, that's okay. If you don't, knot two towels together and make sure they're well secured. The other thing that would work for this is a bicycle inner tube would work as well, because they stretch, but they don't stretch to an infinite amount. And what you can do here is I got my towel, got my hands on my towel, and I can lean, and then I'm pulling basically just like a ring row. And this is a great way to get a lot of those muscles that are hard to get when you're doing a body weight workout. So like I say, towel is pretty good because it's not forgiving at all. Inner tube, it's gonna give a little bit, so you have to choke up on quite a bit to make sure it doesn't move. Alternately, if you have a band, you can actually pull the band towards you as opposed to pulling your body to the bar. So a few options for getting some upper back strength, and with that in mind, next week's workouts will have some of this stuff in there. So you might as well figure out a solution now so you're not left in the dust. Okay, that's it for the workout. 11 o'clock tomorrow, live stream. Coach G and Tia will be slayed by this workout, I guarantee, and should be fun watching. Okay, stay safe, stay healthy, see ya.